Well, once again, it's a heartbreaker for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Hi, Gregg Peterson, Steve Sipple. Nebraska loses to Northwestern 31-28. They were up by 11 points twice in this game, Steve.
Yep.
And they gave it away.
Yeah, well, Northwestern earned it.
They did.
Nebraska was up 14-3, as you said, at one point, and then 28-17, and that's where the key play happened. I mean, where everybody's going to be talking about this.
The onside kick.
Yeah, Gregg, people are going to be talking about this for a long time.
Yep.
Scott Frost, Nebraska's fifth-year head coach, said he called it. It's on him. He thought that, okay, so it's 28-17 with 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Nebraska goes up. They have a lot of momentum at that point. There's no doubt about that. And Scott thought he could end the game at that point.
He did.
That's what he said. Instead, Northwestern recovered and went down and scored a touchdown. Boom, 28-24. They're back in the game. They have all the momentum. Nebraska never scores again.
Never scored again.
And what happened, Gregg, is Northwestern's running game
was
punishing. Yeah, wore Nebraska down. That helped them. That helped Northwestern maintain momentum. And here we are with a gigantic loss to start the season.
And you know, they started off so well.
They did.
Casey Thompson made a couple of amazing plays, and in the second half, two interceptions really hurt.
Yeah, I mean, Casey, the passing game, Gregg, was really good through 2.5 quarters. The last quarter and a half, not so good. Casey, at one point, threw into double coverage, and then on the next play, I don't think that ball to Oliver Martin was all. I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. I didn't think it was too bad, but the bottom line is got picked.
Yep.
Threw another pick late. The end of the game. Nebraska pinned deep. Casey tries to throw it over the middle, throws a little behind Wyatt Lever, hits his hands, picked, game over.
And unfortunately, Casey he lost his security blanket when Travis Vokalek injured his ankle and didn't return to the game.
Yeah, Vokalek appeared in the post-game interviews and indicated it'd be okay. But yeah, Gregg, that took a big weapon away.
I think
Nebraska still has weapons, but
right.
There's a big drop-off when Vokalek goes out and his backups come in, his backup comes in. So no doubt about that was a big, huge situation for Nebraska.
Yeah, I think the majority of his catches were first downs as well. So, flipping over to the defensive side of the ball, tackling was a big problem today.
Yeah, Scott Frost said that he thought the open field tackling was the main issue. I did too. He said in the box it wasn't too bad. He said he'd had to look at the film. I would have to look at the film too. Now there were times when those big running backs just ran through arm tackles,
and they made some nice moves too.
They did. They definitely made some nice moves. That's a concern. I didn't see that coming. The struggles that Nebraska had defensively, and we don't have the final stats, by the way.
No, not yet.
I mean, I never would have envisioned Northwestern getting about 500 yards, which I think is what they got. The defense and its issues were something that I don't think any of us foresaw.
No.
Nebraska didn't get much heat on the passer. Northwestern does a good job of using a quick passing game. They get the ball out fast. But there were times, Gregg, there were plenty of times where Nebraska had opportunities to pressure the quarterback and just didn't get home.
Exactly. And, the atmosphere in here was just amazing tonight. Some points during the game, when in the first half, when Nebraska was kind of rolling, Trev Albert's standing right next to me, and he's cheering on the crowd. He's getting the crowd pumped up. And
yeah, it was all set up, Gregg. I mean, that's what we're talking. That's why it's somewhat. Well, it's not somewhat disappointing. It's immensely disappointing because this was all set up so well.
Yeah.
Nebraska had a lot more people, probably 8-1 advantage on Northwestern as far as the fan count goes. Nebraska had a really strong lead up to the game. This could have got the season off on the right foot. Everybody knows Scott's under a lot of pressure, and now suddenly there's the dark cloud.
Yep.
The dark cloud's here, and it's the start of the season. You want to have a fun football season. This is what we all look forward to. And now there's this sort of awkward conversation. In fact, Scott was asked in the post game if the struggles continue, would he continue stepping down? And Scott said, no, absolutely not. He loves this team, and he loves this program. And he said, I'll continue fighting as long as I possibly can.
And by the way, that was an Irish reporter that asked that question.
Yes. AP reporter.
The AP reporter. Yes. But anyway, to wrap it up here, okay. I just want to get your grades. First, on the offense.
I could give it a C minus. Didn't run the ball particularly well. Got beat up in the trenches at times. I just want to see the running game get going more. And then, like I said, Casey was really, really strong coming out of the gate.
Yeah.
Really strong through 2.5 quarters, and then kind of passing game faltered. I can't give it much better. I'll just say a C, and on the defensive side, give it a D. Come on now. I mean, you beat that team 56-7 last year. Greg, that was a team that
couldn't do anything against Nebraska last year.
Well, that was a team that last year, Northwestern last year, averaged 16.6 points a game. Yeah. That was a team that in 7 of its final 8 games, I don't think it scored more than 14, or maybe it did once. That's come on.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about here? I mean, they did. That's what I'm mainly startled by. Special teams, I would give the special. I mean, that onside kick is
it's a killer.
He's going to drag it down to a C for sure.
Other than that, I think the special teams were pretty solid.
Yeah,
though.
Buschini had a strong game.
Yeah. So, well, that's going to wrap it up here from Dublin, Ireland. We'll be heading home tomorrow and right back at it on Monday.
Yep.
So,
Greg, thank you.
Thank you. It was a really fun trip. Unfortunately, we're going to have kind of a sad plane ride home tomorrow.
Yeah,
but
I don't want to think about that right now.
Right. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Steve and I from Dublin here. We really appreciate it. And everybody have a good night.